Hello, everyone, and welcome to Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse for CTN's live presentation of high school wrestling. It's a special night here. Three teams you'll be seeing Coon Rapids wrestling, or at least two teams you'll see Coon Rapids wrestling. Three teams involved: Andover, Stillwater, and of course the Coon Rapids Cardinals. I'm Howie Shapiro, joined by a very special guest, the Golden Grappler, the one and only Zon Nienaber. Zon, welcome back to the booth.
It's great to be back. I'm really excited about tonight. We're going to get to watch the Andover Huskies in a conference match, and then we'll have two highly ranked teams between Coon Rapids and Stillwater later tonight.
Yeah, it's finally it's nice to have somebody who knows a lot about wrestling. So you can talk all night. I'll just sit and relax, and if you want me to say anything, just let me know. But first match for the evening was a forfeit for Andover, I believe.
Well, forfeit by Andover.
By Andover, correct. I believe the first two were forfeits. Andover forfeited. So John Svobodny is wrestling John Babineau here at 120.
Babineau is one of the captains for the Huskies.
Both wrestlers just testing each other out a little bit here early. And
a little bit different format tonight, with starting here at 4:30 versus a 7:30 match. Get the early weigh-ins.
Yep.
Take a little break, and then they'll have another match to go. It's a little bit different for the guys, but they'll pick it up right away.
Yeah, and the Andover team, really this is their first overall dual match. They did participate in a tournament in Edina, finished third. The Cardinals come in 3-1. They've had a nice start to the season. Babineau gets Svobodny down, trying to turn him. 2 points there for Babineau. Svobodny able to get points back. And I think they're trying to figure out, so it's this scoreboard up to our left. So it is a 12-0 lead for Coon Rapids.
Yep, 2 forfeits.
Yeah, 2-2 here in this first period.
That's getting into that Coon Rapids record too. The 3-1 is very impressive, because it does come with a win over St. Francis, who is always very solid, ranked in the top 20 in the state.
Yep.
And I think their only loss was to number 1 ranked Shakopee.
The Cardinals come in 15th ranked in the state. Babineau able to get another point here, trying to get Svobodny. That's the end of the first period. Babineau will start down here to start period number 2.
3-2 score early in the season here in December. We're going to see where conditioning is going to come into play in a lot of these matches tonight, I believe, Howie. Anything that gets into the third period, the better conditioned team will probably come out on top.
Well, I know that when I did the previews on for the wrestlers, each and every wrestler talked about what kind of conditioning, how much conditioning that they were doing to start the season. So they'll be prepared.
Oh, yeah.
Svobodny getting on top. Babineau not able to get out from underneath.
Spotty's doing a good job of controlling the hands, but got to keep them broken down to the mat like you just did there.
Yep. Babineau almost got away, but he's got him a little bit of trouble trying to turn him.
Yep, Svobodny should have given him the escape instead of trying to hang on. Babineau came right in with a takedown there.
Yeah, and now he's in a little trouble.
Turned it into a reversal, and now he's going to get a half Nelson.
So Babineau has a nice lead, 7-2 here with under a minute remaining in period number 2.
Yep, got the reversal, picked up 2 more near fall points.
Let's see if John Svobodny can get out. from under
Going
this.
from the bottom, he's going to need to get an escape or
Yep.
a quick reversal. But he's going to have to go for some back points, I believe, to have a chance to come back in this match.
Again, good leverage there by Babineau.
Bodney with a nice little sit out there into a stand up, gets him the escape.
Yeah, got him the point, but still.
Next takedown is going to be big.
Yep. Still trailing 7-3. That's the end of period number 2. They usually have somebody that taps. I thought it usually taps the official when the period is going to end.
Yes, it's really unusual right now because especially when we have 2 mats going at the same time.
Right.
Get a little bit of confusion sometimes with the whistles.
Well, right now the mat to our left is empty, so I know that's the JV team. Babineau again trying to get leverage from up top. It looks like they took a point away from Babineau. It's 6-4. Reversal for Robany. We're tied at 6.
So the reversal to a takedown must have been changed, or to near points. I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm not sure either.
Because if they gave him an escape, then you'd have to give him a takedown also before the.
Regardless, it's 7-6 now for Babineau as he did get that escape.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Two more points for Babineau as we're down to about 30 seconds remaining. An escape and a reversal. 11-8 now.
He's looking for a cradle here from the feet. So he has to be aggressive there, going for a pinning combination, and Babineau takes advantage.
Yeah,
gets a reversal for 2 more points.
Yep, up 13-8. Well, now we've got somebody, we got a young man ready to tap our official when the time expires. There it is. So Babineau will take the win, 13-8 over Swobodny. Next, we're moving to 126. Gabe DeGris for Coon Rapids. And what we have is Thomas Jones.
Well, Howie, we weren't the only ones a little bit confused with the scoring here, as I know the Andover coach here believes the score should be, I believe he said 14-7 rather than 13-8. Noah Glenn checking it out to see what the final is. It's not going to matter on team points. Still be worth 3 team points for.
Yeah, regardless of whether it comes 1 point or one way or the other.
The winner at 120 pounds, 13-7, from Andover, John Babineau.
The coaches are still, I think we got everything set now.
Wrestling at 126 pounds, for Andover, Thomas Jones.
Yeah, just Thomas Jones for Andover. Gabe DeGris. Well, Gabe's very aggressive. Two points for him there. Oh, because now we've changed scoreboards again. We'll get it all figured out eventually here. 18-6.
I think it makes sense the way they've got it now.
Yeah. Chris trying to turn him, get him over. Trying to use that leverage to turn him. Got a hold of his ankle as well.
Doing a nice job here now of keeping his body weight on him, but then now he's going to go out and get perpendicular. That's nice, and work on the turn. Doing a nice job, though, of keeping his chest on him, keeping the weight, making him work. It really saps the energy of your opponent.
Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is still the scoreboard we're using to our left, so it has to be.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So it is 12-3 in favor of Coon Rapids. A 2-0 lead for DeGris. Make it 4-0. Gabe's so far controlled this first period. Thomas not able to get up from that down, initial down position. He's got him on his back.
Pick up a couple more near fall points.
So, yeah, so Gabe had a good position on him, but ran out of time. And Thomas is going to choose the down position here to start the second period.
Gabe did a nice job with a quick takedown early. We'll see how comfortable he feels going from the top. Go for a cradle.
Yeah, doing pretty much what he wants to at this point.
He's doing a nice job here of keeping his weight on there. He's just got to make sure he turns it into points.
Yeah, that's the key. It's just turning those into points.
Right. Not like college,
You know,
where you get a point for riding time.
Right. Another point for Gabe. We're up 6-0. He's up 6-0 at this point.
Just working a lot on the upper body. I'd like to see him throw a half Nelson in there, go back to one of the basics here.
Right. He's got a nice commanding 8-0 lead at this point. But again, he just can't work him over, turn him over, and get him on his back to try and get that pin. All right, this time he let him up.
Yep.
Gabe's going low, immediately gets that ankle.
Yeah, Jones kind of walked into that single leg.
Oh, no, he's got him close to being turned. Just can't get him over. And I'm giving Thomas credit too for just making sure he stays out of that, but he's got him on his back.
He's in trouble now.
Yeah, he's definitely in trouble. He's got to get him. He's got 5 seconds remaining to get him. And Thomas is getting out of it. Just couldn't close it out, unfortunately, and that's going to be the end of the period. But he's got a commanding 13-1 lead. So we'll see with Gabe starting on the down position this time.
Like I say, Jones looks tired there. I'm sure that is from, he's been taking a beating on the bottom of the mat there.
And DeGris is quick. Gabe's very quick. He's able to get a couple more points for a 15-1 lead. I mean, he'd love the pin at this point. I mean, he's got a commanding lead as it is, but he'd love to be able to finish it out with a pin.
Absolutely, and they become so important too, especially when you get into tighter team matches and scores. It all comes down to bonus points. That one's going to end with a technical fall.
Yeah. A nice match for Gabe. Unfortunately, unfortunately didn't get the pin, but controlling 18-1 win for that tech ball, and that's going to push Coon Rapids' lead up. Now, Zon, I believe that at least on our schedule, the next 3 matches are open for Andover.
All right, shows 132, 138, 145
yep.
is open. Here we go. Joe Robbins going to collect a forfeit win for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and the rest, 152 through 285, all filled for Andover, so we'll see wrestlers the rest of the way, but it looks to me like those 3 spots are going to be forfeited. It's Elijah Madimba.
And there's your third.
Yeah, and that's Dalen Jones. So we will go to 152.
It's one reason it's a good thing that we have a triangular meet tonight here, so that a lot of these guys have been working out all week and cutting down to make weight.
Yep.
At least they're going to get a match against Stillwater.
Huskies
unable to fill out their every weight class, so it's nice for these kids at least get a match, a little bit of a reward for the end of the week before they go into their tournaments tomorrow.
Right. So we got 152, Jackson Hauk for Andover. He's a senior versus Demetrius Seals for Coon Rapids. Just a sophomores on. A lot of young wrestlers on this program.
Coon Rapids has come in with 6 seniors, so almost half the lineup being seniors. Andover with just 2 seniors in their varsity lineup.
Neither wrestler getting any points yet here early in this first period.
There we go, quick.
Oh, there's a couple for Seals.
Seals had Hulk's head down a little bit, had a little bit better wrestling level than Hulk and able to spin around him for really a pretty easy 2-point takedown.
Yep. So we have a 35-3 score here in favor of Coon Rapids. Hulk trying to step out of that. But Seals brings him back down to the mat. Seals doing I was going to say he's doing a good job of trying to bring him back into that mat area.
He's doing a good job there where he's going to pull him back onto the mat, but not too far, where if he does get in trouble, he can just push him off the mat and they can start over in the middle. He's doing a nice job of wrestling the edge of the mat. There's just definite strategy involved there.
So he's going to, Demetrius Seals is going to take a 2-0 lead going into period number 2. Jackson Hauk's going to start down in here to start the second period. Out trying to get away, but Seal's doing a good job of putting leverage and keeping him on the mat, using his head to try and turn him over. Now he's got him.
Looking for a cradle there.
Yeah.
I think he's got it.
He does have it. There it is. There's a pin.
That's a quick pin. That's
Yeah.
a very nice job
Yeah.
by the sophomore. Very strong, very physical.
A nice pin for Demetrius Seals. In case everybody's wondering where Joe Yund is, he'll be here hopefully soon to join the UNI for the broadcast. He had a little dental work today. He's having a grill put in. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's going to look good. It says CTN right across the middle.
160 pounds.
Can't wait to see it.
For the Huskies, Nate Bieber. And for the Cardinals, Zach Thomas.
Nate Bieber at 160, a freshman wrestling for the Huskies. Zach Thomas, who's a junior for Coon Rapids. 41-3. They gave Coon Rapids a point. I'm not sure why. They gave him a technical point. Could that be possible? He did. The official held up looked like a T.
Oh, yeah?
And they gave him a point, but I'm not sure why.
I missed it.
In on those wrists, trying to bring each other in and see if they can get some leverage and bring one of them to the mat.
That's right, how you nice job picking that up. A lot of hand fighting
Yep.
going on out there, looking for control.
Yeah, I've learned a couple, maybe one or two things over 21 years, but that's about it.
Doesn't look like much is going on.
No.
But there's quite a bit with that hand and
Yep.
the head placement. Some guys like to just grind that head.
Which makes it a little slower match in terms of points scored.
Yep, 0-0. A little over halfway through the first period.
Again, continue with that hand fighting. That's a strategy by these two wrestlers to try and gain that edge.
Look for an advantage. It's hard to execute many of the takedowns where you don't have control of the
Right.
hands, or at least have your hands free.
Thomas has him able to bring him to the mat, to his knees anyway.
He's got control of the arm and the head, and now he's going to just walk it around for a nice 2-point takedown.
Three 3-0 lead for Zach Thomas. We start the second period.
So is that the one? Okay.
That must be.
I thought you were talking about a 1 team point. when you
No,
said
no,
fairly, so
I'm
it was
sorry.
1-0
No,
in the match.
yeah,
Okay.
it was 1-0 to awarded to 1 point awarded to Thomas, but I wasn't sure why. As he will start in the down position for this second period.
He must have been called for a clasp or something. Clasp.
Oh. It was before it started.
Oh, before it started?
Before it started. Thomas trying to get to his feet, but Bieber keeping him down on the mat.
Okay. I like that call by the official. Quick
sorry.
warning. Warned us for stalling. Warned Coon Rapids for stalling.
Nice reversal point. They got a couple of points there. 5-0 lead. Also has position from up top trying to turn him over.
It looks like Thomas just getting very physical here. Again, now he's lost control of his hands there. There.
Again, trying to use his weight.
Using his weight, nice hard crossface. I was gonna try to walk to a cradle. Bieber doing a nice job, though, staying off his back so far. And here's a cradle again. Looks like
I got
his favorite move here early in the match.
There it is. There's the pin, another pin here with 30 seconds remaining in period number 2.
The refs doing a nice job when they're putting that cradle on. They're doing a nice job of putting their weight on them and cinching that up and finishing off the pinning combination with big wins.
And 170 pounds for the Huskies, Mitchell Dolan. And for the Cardinals, Moses Madimba.
Moses Madimba for Coon Rapids here at 170. Mitchell Nolan for the Huskies. And we want to welcome Joe Yun to the booth. Joe, welcome. I hope you're doing okay.
I'm okay. I can only feel about half of my face, especially my mouth.
Well, most people just need to hear half your face anyway. So I told the audience you were getting a grill, and that said CTN, but
you're right.
And a little dental work.
Yeah, and I caught the first couple of matches from home, and I thought you guys might be able to use my assistance.
We could always use your assistance.
But also, I wanted to make sure I got here to see the one and only Zahn Nienaber.
Zahn's joining us all night.
Great to have you back in the booth.
Great to be here, Joe. Nice
in fact, you don't really need me. I'm the one that could go home.
And see, since I got a head start watching you guys figure it out, I know which mat and which scoreboard to watch. No score yet here between Madimba and Nolan.
There you go.
All right.
We got it together.
We got it straightened out.
Yeah, they've had, we were talking, they've had 5 spots that are open for Andover, so this has gone quickly so far.
Madimba comes in as one of Coon Rapids' 2 ranked wrestlers in the top 10 in the state for their class. Madimba currently ranked number 4 in the state for his weight class.
Yeah, we talked about the start to the season for Coon Rapids, a 3-1 start.
It's a cradle again for pinning combination.
And Nolan in some trouble right on the edge of the mat, able to roll back out of it. Nolan back to his feet. And now rolled off the mat.
He's got a 7-1 lead here at 170. Coon Rapids with a commanding 47-3 team lead.
Yeah, thriving start, but the start of a very busy second weekend of wrestling season for this Coon Rapids squad. They will wrestle 5 times between now and probably by this time tomorrow.
Yep.
Maybe a little more than 24 hours, but 5 matches. They did 4 in 2 days last weekend. And testing themselves against some very good opponents.
Yeah, and this Stillwater team that we'll see later on this evening, they've got a pretty good squad as well. They're ranked in the lean and mean. A few spots below Coon Rapids.
Nolan is certainly not back down despite falling behind 7-1. Continues to maintain pressure from the top on Madimba underneath.
Madimba just executing one stand-up there, but other than that, not looking very good from underneath as he's got his head hanging a little bit low. He's got to get that head up off the mat. And
now being warned for stalling.
He's fighting to control the hands here before he does his stand-up, but
Nolan trying to trip him back down. I'm just going to let go. 35 seconds left in the period.
No, it's smart for him to let go at this point and try and regroup here, but Madimba right now being the superior wrestler.
Good toss and a takedown for Madimba. Nolan able to get back to his feet. Nolan able to battle for the escape just before the period expires, so he'll get the point. Still trailing 10-2, moving to the third.
Yeah, we've seen very few of these go all through 3 periods.
Madimba breathing heavily as he prepares to let Nolan go.
I'll see if he uses his speed here at this point, his quickness.
Went for the head whip, now will instead trip him up for the takedown. Stand up and escape for Nolan. Madimba caught trying to get in on that right leg and now spins away from him, looks at the clock.
He's got a 12-4 lead. I think he'd like to see what he can do about closing him out here.
Trips him up for another takedown right on the edge of the mat. Goes to the half Nelson, but Nolan quickly gets away from that and spins back over. 2 near fall points, though, for Madimba.
Got a commanding 16-4 lead.
Little less than 50 seconds remaining in this third period. Nolan quick to stand up, breaks the grasp, and gets away.
look for Madimba to look for something here that he can turn a takedown into some immediate back points and finish here with a tech fall and get a 5-point move. He's been close to it a couple of times near the edge of the mat. Here it comes.
He tried to get that throw down there. He got him to the mat.
Nolan quickly turning to face the mat, though, and hold Madimba at bay.
That's going to do it. And he'll get the 16-5 win.
Raised the wrong arm, but that's okay.
A win's a win, whether it's right or the left.
Winning 16-7 and 170 pounds, Moises Madimba.
Well, look at this. That is Riley Hargrave set to take the mat. That is not. That is still Moses Madimba.
Right. That is Riley Hargrave.
It is, indeed.
He'll wrestle Danny Reynolds for Andover.
Wrestling at 182 pounds for the Huskies, Danny Reynolds. And for the Cardinals, Riley Hargrave.
Just his second year of wrestling, Hargrave. He was on my baseball team.
That's how you know.
I have known young Mr. Hargraves for many years because of baseball. Reynolds, one of the captains for Andover. Head whip for Reynolds, and he's got Hargraves in some trouble.
Yes, he does.
Couple of back points coming, but Hargrave able to get back to his base.
Well, that's the key to get out of that.
Reynolds working on that left arm underneath, getting control. And now maybe an arm bar.
Hargrave doing a nice job there of working back to his base and into a stand-up. Unable to control the hands.
Well, he's trailing 5-0 at this point.
And it looks like he's going to get let up
Yeah,
here.
he is.
Reynolds clearly being the aggressor. Hargrave now looking to sweep for a leg. And Reynolds rolls him over onto his back, at least momentarily.
Yep. Got a couple points.
Takedown points, but no more.
Nope.
So, Joe, you say this is Hargrave's second year of wrestling?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive, really, to be out here in a varsity match in 10th grade at this weight class. Usually see some more experienced wrestlers out here and stuff, but he looks like he's holding his own out there.
Big, strong kid.
Yep.
Coachable, and he just took to it.
You got him. Not away. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Trying to break him back down. Reynolds quick, able to roll back over and get Hargrave in trouble again.
Yeah, he's got him close to a pin. Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds needs to lift his head off the mat.
Got
Hargrave's
lots
gotta
of
stay on
time
the
right in the
bridge.
middle of the mat. Hargrave's able to break free, at least to avoid the pin.
Yeah, again, he did a nice job of doing so, but Reynolds can get 3 more points, take a 12-1 lead.
Yeah, he was pinned there. He's pinned right here. Jeez. Attaboy, Bo. We should get 18 points for that. Here we go, Danny.
1:05 remaining second period. Huge lead for Danny Reynolds at 182, but an insurmountable lead in the team points for the Cardinals.
Right. Well,
Stalling warning being given to Hargraves.
I was trying to break him down again and get him turned.
Reynolds being methodical throughout this. Stalling point awarded to Reynolds, pushes his lead to 13-1.
That's going to be the end of the period.
Gives him just 2, or else it would have been a tech fall. So it's 15-1 going to the third. Oh, we got a little bit of a bloody nose for Riley Hargrave.
have that attended to here before we start the third period. Head coach Glenn talking to Riley a little bit before he's going to go back out and wrestle. He's get his bloody nose attended to. I think we're ready to get things going.
But doesn't that?
That ends the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was. Was an interesting finish. The allowing him to stand up gives him the tech fall.
Gives the tech fall, stays away from 16 points.
Yep.
But I think Hargrave would benefit by a little more experience on the mat.
But obviously, Reynolds a little more experienced wrestler and
For the Cardinals,
big, strong kid in his own right. So now we've got Aiden Winter for Andover and Austin Navala for the Cardinals.
On at 195.
Navala trying to get around to the back.
He tried to use his quickness.
Instead, it's
Worked against him.
Winter that gets the takedown. And we had an early blood stoppage. It's Winter going over to.
I think that's going to get Neville out of a precarious situation there. That could have been dangerous for him. Get a little restart at the center of the mat.
Oh, he's got that 2-0 lead. Got a little on the uni.
It is taken very seriously.
Yes, which as well it should be.
Hydrogen peroxide always on hand.
Yeah, gotta have it. I still gotta clean a little more off the mat. We got a few more spots our official is pointing out before we get this back going.
Two-0 lead for Navala as we get just about midway through this first period. Quick sit and switch by Winter, and he gets the reverse.
Nice switch executed there. Neville's going to try to come up with a re-switch. He can free his leg.
Winter has a hold of the ankle and trying to turn him. .30 seconds remaining in this first period.
Oh, Cradle put on and Neville in a lot of trouble. 20 seconds left. Down to 15, able to roll out of it.
Yep, and that was key, able to do that because he was, that was a tough spot for him.
That puts Winter in front 5-2 as the first period comes to a close.
Got Winter on top there, but getting a little bit high. You really don't want to reach back though and try to grab that head. That really exposes you to a lot of pinning combinations. Get yourself in trouble in a hurry.
Start the second in the neutral position. Winter a 5-2 lead. Good single leg shot for Neville.
He gets him down.
There's the takedown.
Nice takedown for Noah.
Now can he get him turned?
Yeah, I thought he had a chance there right when he first got in on the single leg takedown. He turned that into a pinning combination, but I thought Winter was trying to hang on a little too long, but able to turn and get his chest back to the mat.
Relatively quick stalemate whistle. 1:11 left in the second. He's going to let Winter up.
I think he's hoping to find something right off a takedown.
That last single leg was good. He got in deep, got control of the knee.
That was a nice takedown. See if he tries to set up the same thing again. Because like I said, when he first got in there, I thought that he had Winter in some trouble.
Winter in for the leg, and Naval able to keep him at bay.
See Naval try to get out to the side a little bit here and use a crossface. Okay.
Winter with that 6-4 lead.
Naval able to fight his way in for the single leg. And the second period is going to end before any more points are scored. So Winter will have a 6-4 lead going to the third period.
Both wrestlers breathing a little bit deeply there. I think this one could come down to whoever is in the better condition. Otherwise, we're going to see a few more of those stalemate calls that we've seen in the second period.
That's a close one going into period number 3, so yeah, they have to avoid what the opportunities and take advantage of the ones when they get it.
Stalling warning for Navala.
Well, you talked about Zahn. Avoid some of those things.
Yeah, but seeing that he's not doing a very good job keeping his head off the mat. That head dangles, you're opening yourself up for pinning combinations and a lot of stalling calls too.
Winter working to get him turned.
He's trying for a cradle there. I think he'd like to sit through and pull him back, but now he's going to come back to this side.
Yeah, we're under 30 seconds remaining.
Well, Neville has stayed off his back, but I really haven't seen a lot of him initiating any
Nope.
action from the bottom. I don't know if that's a case of Winter doing a good job of controlling the hands and the legs there, but Neville has really been stymied this period, unable to score.
And that'll do it. 6-4 lead, or win, for Aiden Winter of Andover.
The winner at 195 pounds, 6-4, the Huskies, Aiden Winter.
So 220 pounds, Nick Berg will come in for the Cardinals and face Vincent Johnson from Andover.
Berg a senior, Johnson a junior.
Wrestling at 220 pounds for the Huskies, Vincent Johnson. And for the Cardinals, Nick Berg.
Berg going low, trying to get him to the mat.
Nice job. Nice single. Turn it into a double leg takedown. Nice.
Berg with a 2-0 lead here under a minute. Period number 1.
Looking for a way to get Johnson turned.
Johnson not doing a lot from the bottom, but we're not getting a lot done on top either. He would be
Able to
a
get
little
him turned, as you said, but
a little more aggressive. You could get a stalling call out of this, or get out to the side. Like you say, I'm not seeing a lot of movement out of Johnson on the bottom. Walk the head.
And
Berg
Berg get turned.
went from the quarter Nelson now to the arm bar, and he's got him turned, and Johnson in some trouble right at the edge of the mat. Tried to fight his way through it, and Berg caught him. Trying to
There it is.
squeeze, and he's got it.
Yeah, with 1.4 left on the clock too.
First period pin for senior Nick Berg. Pushes the Coon Rapids lead to 58-11 as we head to the heavyweights. Cardinals heavyweight, just a sophomore, Gavin Layton. And he'll face another one of the Huskies captains, Austin Surgener.
Cardinals looking to close out this match over Andover, a healthy 58-11 lead. get a bit of a break as Andover will next wrestle Stillwater. And of course, the Ponies and the Cardinals will face off in the final match of the night.
Surgeon trying to work something out up top. Leighton nearly able to get in on his legs, but held at bay so far through nearly the first minute of this first period.
Leighton, a very tall heavyweight, looked like he was just having a little trouble bending over far enough to get that leg.
Well, he's just a sophomore. That is a big kid.
Yes, he'll only get bigger as he gets a little bit older.
Try for a throw here. He's got it locked up.
Trying to get that leverage to bring him down.
Yep. And being a taller guy, he's got to really work a little bit harder in there on that smaller, on the shorter guy. The leverage is a little bit tougher.
Maybe you could really
Well, the sophomore Leighton being the aggressor through most of this first period, but it's going to come to an end with no score. And we will go to period number 2.
Leighton's going to start on the bottom.
Nice job getting to his feet right away.
Quickly. And we'll get the escape. First point of the match.
Using his size and a little bit of power to get up from underneath there.
A good toss. Not able to get control. Now he has it. And will get the takedown. Goes to a quick crossface. And works on the left arm, at least momentarily.
Leighton looked like he was in lose position, but able to remain on top.
Leighton doing a nice job of breaking him down, trying to keep him on the mat here. Using the weight to his advantage. Making the Huskies work hard from the bottom.
Quarter Nelson on one side, move to a half on the other, and then a half on the other, and gets him turned.
Chest to chest, and it'll be over.
He's got lots of time,
Yes,
and
he
has
does.
Surgener in a whole lot of trouble. That was really a good
There it is.
tertiary move from the young sophomore.
Good word.
The started with the quarter on the right, went to the half on the left, back to the half on the right, got him turned, and it led to the pin.
Yep, as soon as he got some resistance on the other side, he flipped it right back and did a nice job.
Well, as you mentioned, using his weight really to control that from on top. And that'll give him a 63-11 win. Push their record to 4-1.
And as you had mentioned, Howie, that another big match coming later this evening as the Cardinals host the Stillwater Ponies and at the back end of this
Should be a fun one.
tri-meet.
Should be a very balanced match. I think both teams are very deep, not loaded with superstars. Stillwater has a couple kids highly rated, one
Yep,
of them
they
number
do.
1 in the state, but overall Coon Rapids has 2, and I think it's 2 balanced teams that should give us a very competitive match.
So that's going to do it for this edition, though, of CTN Sports. Final score again, Coon Rapids 63, Andover 11. Watch for that Stillwater versus Coon Rapids wrestling match. We'll have that on the next screening time.